Good morning, MPS high school region math teachers. It feels like old times. I just want to start off by saying that I hope that you and your families and loved ones are safe and well. And I'm thinking about you. We had various family members with COVID over the break, and I hope that your family is safe and recovering safely as well. And if there's anything I can do for you, I'm happy to drive around the city dropping off food or whatever else you need. And I really mean that. I did have a couple updates for you that I thought a video might be helpful to show you as well as tell you in the email. So the first thing is that we have office hours for the high school region starting Wednesday from 3:30 to 4:30. The link is in this email. You can drop in for whatever amount of time you want, but if you want to get paid, you have to show up for that 3:30 to 4:30 time slot. We will give you time for questions. We'll go over the pacing and priority standards for the unit you're in, whether you are in Springboard or illustrative math. We'll go over the resources that we have in the instructional guide classrooms, as well as answer any questions about additional resources that are district approved that you might have questions on, or talk you through the pacing guide and begin to unpacking the unit. And so we're going to do this each week. We will be asking for your feedback to understand what questions you have and what support is actually going to be meaningful to you. There is no pressure to join, but just because everything has felt so fragmented in our lives, we thought just offering this from 3:30 to 4:30 would be a way to try to support and communicate specific questions. And you do not need to register an LMS or anything at this time. You just need to show up at the 3:30, stay till 4:30. We still have the camera on policy. And, if you want to stop in and just pop in to ask a specific question and go, that's fine. You just wouldn't get paid then. So again, the link will be in the email. And if you have further questions or concerns about that, please don't hesitate to shoot me an email. We just want to offer a way to support you and hope that that would be a helpful thing to try. Okay. So for semester 2, you have a couple places where you can access the pacing guides. So remember, for illustrative math, that's what the pacing is written out for. If you are Springboard in Algebra 1 or geometry, your units align. Algebra 2 is significantly different at this time. So if you look at the second slide, it says semester 2 timeline. You'll see Algebra 1, semester 2, geometry, semester 2, and Algebra 2, semester 2. And that will give you the new content. I know pacing has been really hard for everybody this year. I mean, we have a lot of barriers. It's the brand new curriculum for most of us, plus trying to make sense of lost instruction for the past year and a half, and then compounding, just that effective lack of instruction, what to do now. So that's something that I'd really love to help you with. I'm trying to bring it common plan times, different unit planning strategies to try to get us caught up and identify, number one, what's most important to teach, and number two, what prerequisite skills do we need to get there, and then how do we assess what prerequisite skills our students have and don't, so that we are making decisions on data on how to scaffold students to get the support of grade level instruction, rather than remediate, teach lower, or just kind of throw a bunch of instruction out there and not know where students land. So that will be my cycle 2 focus that we are in right now. And I'm really happy to partner with you in that journey, whether it's just you individually or with the department. That is something that I really want to teach you and do together. And then, so there's that. That is also linked in the in this email. And then I'll put the instructional guide classrooms that we utilized last year in there, as well as further resources. And then the last thing I wanted to remind you of is just the resources that you do have available to you as we transition to virtual for this week. I wanted to remind you, Dr. Garcia sent out yesterday this link to the information. If you wanted to like sync the whole Google Classroom, it'll show up as a draft rather than go like lesson by lesson. There's like videos on how to do that. And that's right up here in the top corner of your Google Classroom button as well. So that's an option. Or I wanted to remind you, like I just logged into my Kendall Hunt. It was up here at the top right where I logged in. I'm just going to go to Algebra 1 and just, let's see, I know that we just wrapped this up in Algebra 2, but I love this unit. So let's like pick analyzing graphs. And I just wanted to remind you, you've got your overview here for the teacher in your lesson narrative. Back in that unit overview is up here at the top to get a sense of where I'm going. You've got your standards. You've got your learning goal, which is your learning intention and success criteria, and your learning goal is your learning intention, your learning targets, your success criteria. You've got them written in teacher language and student language. And then all of your resources are down here at the bottom, and you have this PowerPoint or Google Slides option. So in your synchronous instruction, that's something you could present to your students. You could either assign the student task statements in the Google Classroom. You could make it in a Desmos or steal one from the Community Hub that is already made for you. And then as you present to your students, you can follow this teacher lesson guidance if you are logged in. And it will essentially narrate for you the point of each lesson, questions to ask your students, anticipated misconceptions, and this activity synthesis is the big idea from each activity in the lesson and what to do about it. So, I just picked an arbitrary unit, and you're going to have to think thoughtfully about how far you got last semester, how you're going to cover what you need to cover this semester. Again, that's something I'm happy to sit down and identify the priority standards, how we can map up some pacing for this, and take it from there. Please don't hesitate to email me or call me. I hope that you can attend on Wednesday at 3:30, our virtual drop-in session. And again, I wish you the very best. Thank you for your flexibility. I'm here to support you, as I'm sure this is overwhelming. We are definitely in this together. Let me know how I can help, and stay safe. Happy New Year.